Hey everyone, welcome to Reality TV News Update, the place where you never miss a moment from your favorite shows. The old and new eras of Survivor players came together to eliminate Dee Valladares from Survivor 50 in Episode 7. The April 8 episode was the Season 45 winner's last as a player, but she's the first member of the jury, so we'll see her for the rest of the season. Dee tells TV Insider that even before her fight with Benjamin, Coach Wade, and Jonathan Young, she knew she was going home, but she says viewers didn't see what Jonathan did to cause the fight in the first place. According to Dee, she had a conversation with Jonathan during which she said she didn't trust Coach. Jonathan, she says, then immediately told Coach that information. She later asked him why he looked sad, and that's when their fight began. But that's not the first time this season that deleted scenes showed Jonathan targeting Dee. Dee held a fashion show on her original Kalo tribe that was viewed in a different light after the tribes swapped. When people heard that the original Vatu held a fashion show as well, Dee says that players suspected she had an advantage just like the one Marianne Uckich found in Survivor 42, Jonathan's first season. That advantage was given to one person from each tribe and triggered by a code word, so Jonathan started questioning this possibility and kept his eyes on Dee after that. Dee made a fatal mistake in telling Emily Flippen, her fellow Season 45 alum, Jonathan and Tiffany Irvin about Rizzo Volovich's idol. Rizzo entrusted her with that information in earnest and expected her to keep it to herself. In Episode 7, he turned against their alliance when he learned that she had shared the secret with anyone, let alone 3 people. A fight with Coach and Jonathan also put a target on her back. It was a mess that she ultimately couldn't clean up, even with the possibility of voting Coach out on the table. Jonathan targeted Dee because she blindsided him by eliminating Charlie Davis. She thought they had mended fences, but trust was broken. Jonathan betrayed his alliance with Dee, Tiff, and Camilla by shocking Camilla Carthagesu with Stephanie LaGrossa Kendrick and Chrissy Hoffbeck. Even though there was a last-minute push to vote Coach out, Coach's plan for a 7-4 vote against Dee was successful. Here, Dee breaks down her elimination and why deleted scenes convinced her that her fate was sealed. Give an explanation for why you decided to tell the people you told about Rizzo's idol. Did you think that they were better allies than Rizzo? I was always going to tell Tiff. I was going to tell her right away. For Emily, it was like, hey, this is the merge. We haven't played this entire game together. This is the information I have. I want you to know about it because I want you to know that I'm on your side. It was more like Jonathan saying, hey, I know we've been coming at each other since day one, and I know I screwed you over with the Charlie vote, even though he was also going to screw me over, but this is my way of showing you I really want to rebuild this. Jonathan was more of a defensive person. That was my thought process. It is painful because I have never done that before, and it is evident that it has come back to bite me. It did hurt a lot. Having done that to Rizzo hurt. It really did. Did you have a plan in mind for telling Rizzo about that? No, so you didn't see this, but Rizzo said, Emily told me, which surprised me. I sat down with Rizzo afterwards, and I'm like, I know you know I'm lying. You are aware that I am lying. I'm very sorry, and my biggest regret in this game is screwing you over like that, because I pride myself in keeping secrets, in and out of the game, but mostly, obviously, we're talking about game. I had never done that. When I had an ally on 45, we rode for each other. Going into Season 50, I'm like, I'm going to try new things. This is house money.
I'm one of 3 winners, and I'm not even supposed to be here. That was my way of trying new things, but obviously it backfired because it's just not my gameplay. However, I'm glad I tried. I still apologize to Rizzo to this day. It seemed like you wanted to maintain a close relationship with Rizzo. It didn't seem like you were trying to betray him, but you wanted to build trust with Emily and Jonathan. Yes, the thing that happened too is I trusted the wrong people. I think I was going to do that anyway, because I really liked Rizzo and we were locked in, but I was willing to just try new things and maybe build things with somebody. I should have done that with other people. Who knows what would have happened then? Right. Idea, wrong people, maybe. Correct, yeah. Why didn't you expect pushback from Jonathan after leaving him out of the Charlie blindside? Did you trust that your conversation after Tribal was enough? I 100% expected pushback. After Charlie got voted off, you guys don't see this. There was a whole night section where me and Camilla were telling him why we blindsided him, and the things Charlie was saying, trying to mix in Jonathan as if Jonathan was going around telling people about things. He was just being really messy, Charlie. And so we were telling him about that and about how you didn't see this, but I did a whole fashion show in the OG Kalo that wasn't shown. All of the guys thought I had an advantage because I made everyone wear clothes of the opposite gender. Consequently, I anticipated an eventual result. It was simply a matter of who would acquire whom first. During the fashion show, suspicions were raised about you having an advantage. Why did they think that? Yes, so you know in season 42 where Marianne Okich had to say something to trigger an advantage, Rizzo mentioned that they held a fashion show on Vaatu as soon as we got into the breakup, and Jonathan was asking him questions like, did they have to wear clothing of the opposite sex? Jonathan wanted me out since day one. You see, in the first episode, he's saying my name since day one, so it didn't shock me that he was upset. But what shocked me was how were you so shocked that I went against you when we weren't even aligned from the beginning? That was what shocked me. Don't act like we were besties because we never were. You were following me. I wasn't necessarily coming after you, but I was coming after an ally of yours. Going into season 50, I really wanted to play with Jonathan. It just didn't work. He was coming at me from the start, and I don't know why. I can see the logic about the 2 fashion shows. 100%. It's crazy we didn't see that. Yeah. Was the argument with Coach longer than what we saw? What wasn't shown? It was a little longer. Because there was so much happening, you can see when the camera doesn't face us and we're not talking, and then it goes back to talking. You were not given the whole story. That happened right before Tribal. I was already going home. Emily already spilled the beans. Basically, Jonathan and I were talking about let's play 2 sides. I responded, do you trust Coach? I said no. He also said he didn't trust Coach. Obviously, it was game talk. Should I have said that? Absolutely not. He went back to Coach and told him that I didn't trust him. This was good for him because he made a difference between
Coach and I,
Coach
even
and
though
me.
we were coming for each other, we were still trying to play the game together. I see Coach all sad in the hammock, and usually in OG Kalo, if someone was having a bad day, we got sick, a lot of us were throwing up, periods. A lot was happening that you didn't see on OG Kalo. Nothing. I'm already going to the jury. You decided, screw it, let's play because you thought your fate was sealed. My fate was sealed the moment I told Emily about Rizzo's idol. Actually, my fate was sealed prior to this game. Despite the fact that I knew going into this game that it wasn't my season, I was okay with the fact that I had an expiration date. The only thing that I wasn't going to be okay with was either not making jury or playing somebody else's game.
I didn't want to look back in hindsight and have those regrets, and I don't. I'm super happy. Explain that. You obviously had a target on your back, being a former winner, but why do you say it just wasn't your season? I have enough delusions to believe I can win again. What I mean with "it just wasn't my season," with 3 winners on the cast, do people really want another winner to win this season? That will never happen again. You want a new winner for season 50. You want someone that can represent 25 years. I already won. I got the experience, so nobody's going to feel as bad voting me off as somebody else. And also, the further you have me in the game, I will gain momentum, because I am good at speaking with people. It just so happened that it was the first freaking tribal where everybody could vote. I'll tell you something, if I were in a smaller, I will get my ass in somehow, some way. I will weasel my way through. But this was just way too big of a vote. This was a very pivotal moment where alliance lines, it's not there yet. Some people haven't chosen sides, but it's warming up. And it's not the time to go against anybody, for my vote. I thought it was the perfect moment for me to leave. When you caused the live tribal, did you really think you had the numbers to get Coach out? Was it just, let me try? No. Girl, I wish. I said, let me try because I'm not gonna sit here like a duck. I don't know if this happens to any other players at Tribal Council, but for me, I don't want to disappoint Jeff when he's sitting in front of you. You asked me to be in this season for a reason. I admired whatever you saw in me, and I'm gonna show you. I will try because I care about this game so damn much that I'm not going to just zip and stay shut. I'm going to fight. Because at the end of the day, Telly, you never know. Although I lacked the numbers, perhaps one person said, let's actually do Coach, and it would have worked. Or perhaps your shot in the dark would have been successful. Or maybe my shot in the dark. I am a lucky person. Clearly, it did not work out this time, but I am fortunate. You can never tell. This is an excellent season 50. There are so many things that are going to happen that you guys are going to be excited about. I want to know what your reaction was to seeing Emily spill other people's secrets when you were watching this season, knowing that she told your secret. Sincerely, I laughed. There's no animosity towards Emily. I love her. I was cracking up. That girl, she doesn't know it, but she's so special. Even in the real world, she's very humble and very funny, but I don't think she sees the greatness that people see in her. Yeah, it's annoying that you're spilling people's secrets because what are you doing? Stop being a snitch, girl. It's season 50. But she's this really special person, and watching her, I'm having a blast watching her. Her takes on the game are spot on. It's just that the way that she plays is not, from my opinion, the best way to play, but it's funny to watch as a fan. She has been entertaining this season for sure. She's so entertaining. She just says the truth. What comes out of her brain is really it. Everyone's learning, and I don't know if everyone learned in season that if you tell her a secret, she doesn't care to keep it, and she has the option to choose that. That's fine. It makes for good TV. That's her gameplay, absolutely. It makes for good TV. Obviously, it hurts us, the players, more, but it makes for good television. We'll laugh about this in the future because, girl, what are you doing? So you and Emily are on good terms. Yes, 100%. What about you and Coach and you and Jonathan? I think we get along well. I don't really talk to many people. Even to this day, I've not reached out to one player to see why they voted for me or what they said about me. Absolutely not. Once the game is all said and done and you're in the real world, I told 2 people, hey, you guys are not safe from my confessionals. I have only said that. Just so you know, you're not marked safe. I believe we are on good terms. I feel that there's some feelings of bitterness or some resentment. I feel it. I'm not saying it's true, but things get back to you. Things have gotten back to me, but I couldn't care less. I just laugh about it. I have no ill will towards anybody. If something I said hurts someone, call me and we can talk about it. That's all. Who did you tell that they were not safe from your confessionals? Chrissy and Coach. I told them. I didn't tell Jonathan, but at one point, way later, I said, hey, you guys are not safe. You're not safe either, Chrissy said. It just wasn't shown. Everything has been said. Some things just get shown and other things don't get shown. Is there anything else that didn't get shown this season that you really wish had? Only the runway show. It was very entertaining. We were so hungry. That was the point at which the hunger started to set in. I was wearing Jonathan's clothes. He was wearing mine, my little crop top. Mike was Camilla. Camilla was Mike. And then Chrissy and Coach were each other. It was hilarious. We went all out. Chrissy put feathers in her hair. We did a whole palm frond entrance. It was hilarious. That was it, because it was a fun character development moment. CBS airs Survivor 50 on Wednesdays at 8, 7 Central.